Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak English with me. I'm Emma.
Hey, Emma. Good morning. How's your day starting today?
Hey, Jack. It's going pretty well. I woke up a little late, but I made coffee, so now I feel alive again.
Coffee saves lives. I'm telling you.
It really does. What about you? Did you wake up early today?
Yeah, actually. I tried to be productive, but I spent like 20 minutes just staring at my phone.
That sounds very productive, Jack.
I know. I'm working on it. Slowly.
Same here. Every day is a new chance, right?
Exactly. So, what's on your mind today?
I was actually thinking about something interesting this morning.
Oh yeah? Tell me.
I was thinking about English learners and how many of them say, I know words, I know grammar, but I don't sound fluent.
Oh wow, that's a big one. I hear that all the time too.
Right? And I think it's a really important topic.
Yeah, because a lot of people think fluency means knowing big words or perfect grammar.
Exactly. But that's not really true.
So, what do you think is the best way to sound more fluent?
Honestly, I think the best way is to stop trying to sound perfect and start trying to sound natural.
I like that. But what does natural mean?
Good question. I think natural means speaking the way real people actually speak, not like a textbook.
Oh wow, yes. Textbooks can be very different from real life.
Yes. In textbooks, people say things like, Hello, how are you today? I am doing very well, thank you.
Yeah, nobody talks like that every day.
Exactly. In real life, we say, Hey, how's it going? Or, What's up?
Or even just, hey.
Yes, simple, short, relaxed.
So you're saying to sound fluent, we should copy real conversations?
Yes, that's a big part of it.
That reminds me of something. When I was learning Spanish, I knew a lot of grammar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I studied a lot. But when I spoke, I sounded very slow and very serious.
I can imagine.
And one day, my friend told me, You speak correctly, but you don't sound like us.
Oh, wow. That must have felt strange.
Yeah, a little. But it helped me. I realized I needed to listen more.
That's so important. Listening is huge.
So let's talk about that. Why is listening so important for fluency?
Because listening shows you how real people speak. The rhythm, the pauses, the little expressions.
Like, you know, I mean,
Exactly. Those small words make speech sound natural.
yeah, I use you know all the time.
Me too. And like. I say like a lot.
Same here.
And those things are not in grammar books.
Right, but they are in real life.
So if someone only studies grammar, they miss that natural feeling.
That makes sense. So, step one, listen more to real English.
Yes, movies, podcasts, YouTube videos, conversations like this.
Exactly like this.
Yes.
Okay, but what about speaking? A lot of people feel nervous when they speak.
Oh, yeah, that's very common.
Why do you think that happens?
I think people are afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah, that fear is strong.
But here's the truth. Mistakes are part of fluency.
I like that. Say that again.
Mistakes are part of fluency.
That's powerful.
Because even native speakers make mistakes.
Oh, all the time.
Sometimes I start a sentence, and then I stop, and I change it.
Same. Or I forget a word and just say, what's that word?
Exactly. And that's normal.
So learners don't need to be perfect?
Not at all. They just need to keep going.
I think that's a big mindset change.
Yes, instead of thinking, I must be perfect, think, I want to communicate.
Communication over perfection.
Exactly.
That reminds me of a funny moment. One time, I met someone learning English,
Yeah?
and he said, I go yesterday to store and I buy, bread thing.
Bread thing.
And I said, oh, you bought bread. And he said, yes, bread.
That's great.
It wasn't perfect grammar, but I understood him.
That's fluency. Being understood.
Wow, that's such a good point.
Fluency is not about perfect sentences. It's about clear communication.
I think many people need to hear that.
Yes, it can really reduce stress.
So we have listening and speaking without fear. What else helps?
Repetition.
Repetition?
Yes, saying the same phrases again and again.
Oh, like practice.
Exactly. For example, instead of learning many new words, learn common phrases.
Like, I think so. That makes sense. I'm not sure.
Yes, those are very useful.
And we use them every day.
Right. When you use these phrases often, they become automatic.
So you don't have to think too much.
Exactly. And that makes you sound more fluent.
Because you speak faster and more naturally.
Yes.
That's interesting. So maybe it's better to learn fewer things, but use them more?
I think so. Quality over quantity.
I like that.
Me too.
What about pronunciation? Does that matter for fluency?
Yes, but not in a perfect way.
What do you mean?
You don't need a perfect American or British accent.
That's good news.
Yes, but you should be clear.
So people can understand you.
Exactly. Clear sounds, clear words.
I think stress and rhythm are important too.
Very important. English has a rhythm.
Yeah, we don't say every word the same way.
Right. Some words are strong, some are soft.
Like in, I want to go to the store.
Yes, not every word is loud.
That's hard for beginners sometimes.
It is, but listening helps again.
Everything comes back to listening.
Yes, it does.
Let me ask you something. Do you think thinking in English helps fluency?
Oh, yes, that's a big one.
Why is that important?
Because if you think in your native language and then translate, it takes time.
Yeah, it slows you down.
But if you think directly in English, it's faster.
That makes sense.
Even simple thoughts like, I'm tired or I need coffee.
Always coffee.
Always.
So start small. Think simple sentences.
Exactly. You don't need big ideas at first.
Just daily thoughts.
Yes, look around and say things in your mind.
Like, the sky is blue, or this is my phone.
Yes, that's perfect practice.
I like that. It's easy and free.
And you can do it anywhere.
Even in the shower.
Yes, even there.
Okay, so let's summarize a little.
Sure.
To sound more fluent, we should listen to real English.
Yes,
Speak without fear of mistakes.
exactly.
Use common phrases again and again.
Right.
Focus on clear pronunciation.
Yes.
And try to think in English.
That's it. Those are the main ideas.
That actually sounds simple.
It is simple, but it takes time.
Yeah, consistency is key,
Yes, a little practice every day.
not just once a week.
Exactly.
I think people often look for a quick fix,
Yes, like a magic method.
but fluency is more like a journey
A slow, steady journey.
with small steps.
And small wins.
I like that.
Me too.
Before we finish, do you have one final tip?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Enjoy the process.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because if you enjoy learning, you will continue.
And if you continue, you will improve.
Exactly.
That's simple, but powerful.
Yes. Don't make it stressful. Make it fun.
Watch things you like. Talk about things you like.
Yes, your hobbies, your interests.
Your favorite food.
Always food.
Always.
And remember, you don't need to sound perfect.
Just sound like yourself.
In English.
I love that.
Me too.
Well, this was a really nice conversation.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I feel like we shared some really helpful ideas.
I hope so.
And to everyone listening, just take it step by step.
You've got this.
Keep practicing
Keep listening,
and keep speaking,
even if it's not perfect.
because that's how you become fluent.
Exactly.
All right. I think it's time for more coffee.
I was thinking the same thing.
See? We're already fluent.
Totally.
All right. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.